final quarter of the book would be so interesting if it didn't feel like there were missing chapters. At this point, it's evident that our characters aren't content with their lives and resort to drugs and fancy cars. Felix comes down from New York to visit Rudy and the mother. Felix, Rudy, and the mother head over to the funeral of Celia Hoover. At the funeral, Felix starts crying his eyes out, disrupting the service. Vonnegut reminds us, don't do drugs, kids. You might end up like Felix. The mother and Rudy try and get Felix out of there as fast as possible, before Dwayne Hoover, Celia's husband, walks over to beat Felix to a bloody pulp. Plot twist, he came over to say that's okay and he can cry as loud as he would like because he was the only one showing true emotion at the funeral. We all want someone who would share our pain and emphasize. Back at the mother and Rudy's house, which Rudy does not approve of at all, it's discovered that the fireplace is radioactive. The company who built it decided that making it out of toxic materials was an awesome idea. Clearly Vonnegut is not a fan of nuclear weapons. Rudy and Felix then sue the company into extinction and eventually buy a hotel in Haiti with the lawsuit money. Meanwhile, Fred T. Barry is opening up an art center and the mother was on the board. She had opinions about absolutely everything and Mr. Barry could not handle it, so he sold his company for a gazillion bucks. Eventually, Felix, Rudy, and some unimportant characters go into the now radioactive and empty Midland City that has been neutron bombed. A random farmer believes that the neutron bombing was done by the government and the government wants to bring back slavery. Like I said, I think Vonnegut is paranoid. In the last pages, Rudy discovers the burial of Will Fairchild, a World War I ace who crashed and burned while flying in 1922. Vonnegut took half a paragraph describing the life of Will Fairchild, but evidently couldn't be bothered to come up with an ending? One of the useless characters with Rudy and Felix suggests raising the ghost of Celia Hoover because he wants to. Why? I don't know. Rudy convinces him to raise the ghost of Will Fairchild. How? Again, I don't know. Like I said, inconclusive.